Have you ever wondered how we as humans evolved to be the sophisticated beings we are today? Evolution, in its most basic form, is change over time. But it's not just any change, it's a transformation that occurs within species over generations, leading to new, distinct forms of life. Imagine a vast, intricate tapestry with threads weaving in and out, creating a complex and beautiful pattern. That's evolution, and each thread in that tapestry represents a species, including us, Homo sapiens, threading our way through time, changing and adapting as we go. But how does this change happen? Here's where a man named Charles Darwin steps into the picture. Back in the mid-19th century, Darwin proposed the concept of natural selection, often described as survival of the fittest. This idea suggests that those individuals within a species who are best suited to their environment are more likely to survive and reproduce, passing on their advantageous traits to the next generation. Over time, these traits become more common within the population, leading to evolution. But let's rewind the clock a bit. We're not talking about a quick spin back a few hundred years. No, we're dialing it back millions of years to the very beginnings of human evolution. From our earliest primate ancestors to the rise of Homo sapiens, our journey is a story of remarkable transformations. The timeline of human evolution is a lengthy one, spanning approximately 6 million years. During this time, our ancestors underwent significant changes, from the development of bipedalism, allowing them to walk on two legs, to the use of tools, and eventually the emergence of complex language and culture. Each step on this journey was driven by the need to survive and adapt to changing environments and circumstances. From the tropical forests of Africa to the icy tundras of Europe, our ancestors faced numerous challenges, with each new hurdle prompting a new stage in our evolutionary journey. So the journey of human evolution is a story of survival and adaptation over millions of years. It's a story that's still being written as we continue to evolve and adapt to the world around us. Stay tuned as we delve into this fascinating journey in the upcoming scenes. Our story begins with our primate ancestors living in the trees. They were the pioneers, the trailblazers of our evolutionary tale, maneuvering through the dense foliage, reaching out for fruits, and keeping a keen eye out for predators. Among these early primates, a significant adaptation began to take shape: the development of opposable thumbs. Imagine trying to grip a branch or pick a berry without your thumbs. Difficult, isn't it? Our ancestors faced the same predicament. But with the emergence of this handy little digit, they gained the ability to grasp objects firmly and manipulate them with precision. This evolution was a game changer, enabling our ancestors to interact with their environment in new, more complex ways, and it was a key factor in our progress down the evolutionary ladder. But thumbs weren't the only transformative trait to develop during this period. Another crucial adaptation was the onset of binocular vision. Unlike many animals whose eyes are situated on the sides of their heads, primates have eyes that face forward. This binocular vision, where both eyes are used together, gives us a depth perception that is vital for judging distances and navigating three-dimensional spaces. For our tree-dwelling ancestors, this was a matter of life and death. It meant the difference between a successful leap to a neighboring branch and a fatal fall to the forest floor. These adaptations, opposable thumbs and binocular vision, were not just beneficial, they were essential for survival. They allowed our primate ancestors to exploit their environment efficiently, to find food, to avoid predators, and to live another day. These traits are so fundamental to our existence that we often take them for granted. But every time you pick up a pen, every time you catch a ball, remember that these seemingly simple actions are the result of millions of years of evolution. These early primates set the stage for the evolution of more complex beings. They paved the way for us, and for that, we owe them a debt of gratitude. The next major leap in our evolution was the development of bipedalism. This shift to walking on two legs was a significant turning point in the journey of our ancestors. But how and why did this change occur? Picture the early hominids living millions of years ago. They were likely quadrupedal, meaning they walked on all fours, much like the primates we see today. However, over time, a shift began to take place. These early hominids started standing up and walking on their hind legs. This evolutionary shift to bipedalism didn't happen overnight. It was a gradual process, likely taking place over millions of years. So, why did our ancestors start walking on two legs? There are many theories, but one of the most widely accepted is the savanna hypothesis. As the forests where early hominids lived began to shrink, they were forced out onto the open savanna. Walking on two legs allowed these early hominids to see over tall grasses, spot predators, and locate food and water sources more efficiently. Bipedalism also had other advantages. Most notably, it freed up the hands, allowing for the development and use of tools. This was a significant step forward, as tools allowed our ancestors to better adapt to their environment, hunt more efficiently, and ultimately survive. Additionally, walking upright improved the ability of early hominids to regulate body temperature. By exposing less of the body to the harsh African sun, they were able to keep cool while also reducing water loss. But like any evolutionary change, bipedalism had its trade-offs. It put more stress on the lower back and knees, leading to some of the common ailments we experience today. Yet, despite these drawbacks, bipedalism was a crucial step in our evolution. Bipedalism was a game changer, setting us on a path distinct from our primate relatives. It was a key factor in our survival and success as a species, shaping our evolution and paving the way for the emergence of Homo sapiens. But what good are free hands without something to use them for? This rhetorical question leads us to the dawn of tool use, a significant chapter in the story of human evolution. Imagine a time over 2 million years ago when our hominid ancestors, the Australopithecus, were still figuring out their place in the world. They had already mastered the art of walking on 2 feet, but the savannas they inhabited were rife with dangers. Predators lurked behind every bush, and food was often hard to come by. It was in these challenging circumstances that our ancestors took a critical evolutionary leap. They began to use tools. Now, these weren't the kind of tools we're familiar with today. There were no hammers, no screwdrivers, no wrenches. Instead, these early tools were simple, unrefined, yet remarkably effective. They were sharp stones, sticks, bones, objects that could be used to cut, scrape, and smash. The advent of tool use was not just a matter of convenience. It was a game changer in terms of survival and adaptation. With tools, early hominids could obtain food more efficiently. They could defend themselves against predators. They could manipulate their environment to their advantage. The use of tools also had profound implications for our ancestors' cognitive development. To use a tool, one must first recognize that an object can serve a purpose beyond its immediate appearance. This requires a level of abstract thinking, a cognitive leap that set our ancestors apart from other species. The development of tool use also fostered cooperation and communication among early hominids. Creating and using tools required group effort, which in turn led to the development of social structures and languages. So the next time you pick up a tool, whether it's a pen, a smartphone, or a kitchen knife, take a moment to appreciate the millions of years of evolution that have led to that moment. For it's not just a tool you're holding, it's a testament to the ingenuity and adaptability of our species. Tool use marked a major milestone in our evolutionary journey, enhancing our ancestors' ability to survive and thrive. Fast forward to about 300,000 years ago, and we see the emergence of a species very much like us, Homo sapiens. The Homo sapiens, or wise man, as we like to call ourselves, were not just another species on the evolutionary ladder. We were different, and it was our unique characteristics and abilities that set us apart from other hominids. Firstly, let's talk about our brains. They were bigger, yes, but it was more about how we used them. Our advanced cognitive abilities allowed us to think abstractly, plan for the future, and solve complex problems. We could imagine scenarios, outcomes, and strategies in our minds, which was a game changer for survival and adaptation. Secondly, we developed language, a revolutionary step in human evolution. Unlike the basic communication systems of other hominids, our language was complex and symbolic. It allowed us to share ideas, pass down knowledge, and form social bonds. This ability to communicate complex thoughts and ideas was instrumental in our survival and progression as a species. But our uniqueness didn't stop there. We were also incredibly innovative. We began to make more sophisticated tools, crafted from a variety of materials. We used fire to our advantage, cooking food to make it more digestible and using it for warmth and protection. Not to mention, we were explorers. We ventured out of Africa and spread across the globe, adapting to various climates and terrains. Our curiosity and adaptability allowed us to inhabit virtually every corner of the world, from the scorching deserts to the icy tundras. And let's not forget about our culture. We created art, music, and rituals. We buried our dead, a practice suggesting a belief in the afterlife. These cultural practices reflect our ability to think beyond our immediate survival needs, to contemplate our existence, and to express our thoughts and feelings in creative ways. The rise of Homo sapiens marked the beginning of the world as we know it. So what's next in human evolution? Well, there are several intriguing possibilities. Let's begin with the role of technology. As we continue to integrate technology into our lives, we may see an acceleration in our evolution. Imagine a future where we augment our natural abilities with technology. We might enhance our physical strength, our senses, or even our cognitive abilities, all through the use of advanced technology. This could lead to a new phase of human evolution, where the line between biological and artificial becomes increasingly blurred. But it's not just technology that could shape our future. Environmental changes are likely to play a significant role too. As our planet continues to warm, we might see humans adapting to new climates and habitats. Perhaps we'll develop better ways to regulate our body temperature or adapt to survive in extreme weather conditions. These changes may result in physical alterations over time, such as changes in our skin or body structure. Then there's the realm of genetic engineering. As our understanding of genetics advances, we may gain the ability to directly influence our evolution. We could potentially eliminate genetic diseases, enhance certain traits, or even introduce entirely new features into the human genome. Of course, these are all speculations. Predicting the future of human evolution is a tricky business, filled with uncertainties. But it's interesting to ponder, what might humans look like 1,000 years from now? How will our societies and cultures evolve? While there may be many unknowns, we can be sure of one thing. Human evolution is not a closed chapter. It's an ongoing process, shaped by our environment, our technology, and our choices. The future remains unwritten, filled with infinite possibilities. As we continue to explore the universe, adapt to our changing world, and push the boundaries of what's possible with technology, we're not just observers of evolution, we're active participants, shaping our own destiny. While we can't predict the future with certainty, one thing is clear: our evolution is an ongoing journey. So, let's quickly recap our journey through human evolution. We started at the very beginning, where the seeds of evolution were planted. We learned how, over billions of years, life evolved from simple, single-celled organisms to complex creatures capable of thought, emotion, and innovation. The process was slow and arduous, but the building blocks of life were patient. Next, we met our primate ancestors. These tree-dwelling creatures were our first family, and they laid the groundwork for many of our most human traits. With their opposable thumbs, they grasped branches, and in the process, the future. Our journey then took us to a critical juncture, the emergence of bipedalism. Our ancestors began to walk on two legs, freeing their hands for other tasks. This seemingly simple shift had profound implications, paving the way for increased brain size and the development of complex behaviors. We then witnessed the dawn of tool use. Our ancestors started to shape the world around them, using tools to hunt, gather, and defend. This was a game changer, setting the stage for civilization as we know it. Next, we met ourselves, Homo sapiens. We saw how our species came to dominate the planet, outliving and outcompeting our hominid relatives. We explored the factors that set us apart, from our capacity for symbolic thought to our ability to cooperate on a large scale. Finally, we gazed into the future, contemplating the potential directions of human evolution. Will we become more technologically integrated? Will we adapt to new environments like space? Only time will tell. Our journey through human evolution has been incredible, from our humble beginnings to our current complexities. It's a testament to our species' resilience, adaptability, and ceaseless curiosity. We've come a long way, but our journey is far from over. Our evolution is a testament to our species' ability to adapt and survive. As we continue to evolve, who knows what the future holds?